Oh no, what did I do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've messed up. Anyway, never mind. The audio will be a bit messed up and the music. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, hellos. Yes, it's just a random quick play game. I'm playing 15th Infantry Scots and I'm up against 26 Panzer against some Chinese fellow here. And I'm on balanced against Maverick. Now my plan was for this was to basically get into this forest here, try and cut off the reinforcement road here, cause a bit of havoc, and then get into this area. That was my game plan. And basically just stay static up here and hold as much as I can. But as you can see, my opponent is doing a pretty hard push in the north region. And yet lots of people say 15 Scots are terrible and useless. I completely disagree. They're not terrible. They're a solid enough division. They're not easy to play though. The Churchills are really good, cost efficient, but they're extremely slow. So you kind of need to buy them in at the right time and like plan ahead, which is something I'm not great at. So you can also use this division as a rush division, which I will show you in the future in some game. You have lots of jeeps, lots of these kind of recon vehicles that are fast, and you can surprise your enemy by just rushing them, getting deep into the back line. Anyway, my opponent here, huge push here, very fearful. I didn't bring any AT guns out here, which was, as you can see now, a terrible mistake. Probably wouldn't have lasted too long. I've got a sniper out here, a couple of machine guns just to cover this area. I was fearful of a push here, and I've got a pack here. Churchill 5, as you can see, I was bringing out into the open here to cover across this area. And this clump of units, I've got, how many have we got? 3 rifles, 2 engineers, and 2 assault pioneers. Now rifles, in CQC, I think they do alright. They're not too bad. It's like 1.5 damage, 10's a bit useless, and it goes up to like 2 damage, roughly, because of the Bren, which can fire at under 100 meters. So it makes it fairly decent. I sneak in around this Mark III AEC. I do manage to get it round to here eventually. I'm not sure if it does much work though. I've just got a Churchill 6 leader out here. Just wanted to cover this area for anything coming across. I have now got eyes on what's going on here, and I was fairly confident my infantry would work out. I should have zoomed in more on micro disc though, because probably could have done a bit more damage. He does manage to get a Panzer grenadier in around the back of me. I bring a Typhoon to come in and bomb that. Decent damage. Gepard in the back. And we've got Stug M42s coming through now. Which ones are these? Are these the long-range HE? No. But they're decent. Oh, these have been changed, actually, haven't they? Yeah. The pen, the AP has gone up on these, I believe. Or is it the other ones? But on some of them, anyway. Elsewhere, pretty quiet. I'm not really moving these forward much. I do start to move this forward now. Have a look around. But I'm quite worried about how many units he has around here. I should have put these much deeper into the forest, was a mistake. I think I noticed in a second. A bit too late though. They all get decimated. Should have put them deep back here, just left them in reserve. Motor rifles come through. And, oh, Piat misses. Does a bit of damage though, and it's not going to get a second load off, I don't think. Nope. Unfortunate there. Yeah, at 1 star, it's like what's it, a 2 in 3 chance of hitting, which isn't too bad really. Get them up to 3 stars, increases their chance of hitting. But yeah, in this division you don't have any Streks or anything like that, so it's your best option. I bring in another motorized rifles for the same reason, try and get the Piat to do some work, and Churchill 4 for some tank killing. In case there's any heavy army coming through. I did manage to get into here. Now I'm feeling like, oh, he's got nothing. He's really got a lot of equipment up here, so I'm going to push hard in the center. I move through further here. Oh, the AEC's managed to pick off this Stern Pioneer. Yeah, I get all these things into here, want to cut off this road, and then advance into this area. But I do get distracted. Churchill 4 already in the back here. I need to move that forward as quickly as possible. But this is a terrible distraction for me. Field engineers coming in to help hold in the forest. But yeah, 2 Stern Pioneers coming in here. That's going to be a big problem. Hard for me to deal with. He's spotted my pack there, I believe. Is it on the move? Yes, it is. And he's got a Stug M43. These things can fire extremely long range, but they've got terrible armour. Not many shells. Times 10, 170mm pen. Only 45 at the front. Bringing in Typhoon. I think this is another one. I think I bought in a new plane. Which you do hear players which are much better than me saying, if you're playing balanced against Maverick, you should not be investing in planes in Phase A. You just shouldn't be doing it. So, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. But I felt like I needed at least one out. So he has invested in another Gepard for that reason. So it has kind of caused a bit of problem for him. He's also got Focke-Wulfs coming out, bombing in the forest here. The Grill doing some work. But they do manage to survive. I'm moving the half track here. I nearly got grenaded. So I did spot that. So I just keep moving the half track through to take some more flags. I'm at 1410. All looking really peachy for me at the moment. Looking really good. Rifles against Pioneers, not going to do so well at this range. And especially when I get them strafed as well. So I do spot this now, start moving them back. I do spot that there's a Panzer 3 in. I do start moving these 2 up fairly soon. Humber moving up as well. Motorized rifles hoping to take this flag as well. Still at 1410, looking good. In the north, looking pretty bad. He's got so much equipment up here, it's going to be hard for me to get back into this area. I've got no infantry, a couple of half tracks, a Humber for a bit of recon, and a Churchill 6, Churchill 4. Bringing in Tripulsum around the back. Fearful of some bombing runs coming through. And the MGs and the snipers still holding the line there. 6-pounder still moving up to cover the road. Half-track mortars, extremely strong units. He's just bombing where he thinks I am. Here he's managed to push me back. I did retreat because I saw all these vehicles, couldn't deal with them. So bring up the Humber to try and fire at things here. Hopefully get some shots off. Do manage to take that out. But unfortunately these I don't want these to be in the open. I need to bring them back further deeper into the forest. Motorized rifles will be good up here, and there is one coming in. Churchill 4 and the Humber moving up, hoping to take out this Panzer 3 here. At 1410 still. He's advancing in the north. He's not satisfied with what he's got at the moment. There's 2 more flags to gain here, so he's like thinking, yeah, all this investment for 1 flag's probably not so good. But I did manage to distract him in the centre. He's bringing more units in now. I'm starting to move up the Churchill 4. I don't want to keep it on the road because it can't fire at a long range. But he doesn't have any AT guns in here, but it's not worth risking it really. Where's the ping? Oh, that was me just pinging out the pack. But I don't think I did much more than that. Or maybe I do throw a mortar on it. Still managing to hold these flags down to 1311 now. So he is clawing his way back here. He's dealing with the problem in the south. Very slow reactions by me with these tanks, and they are slow anyway. I was a little bit fearful about what was in this forest. But yeah, right now I kind of think I've got to keep moving up, see what I can do. Mortar half-tracks. Yeah, doing mortar half-track things, being a pain in the ass. Mortar rifles out in the open. I do know he's at. Try to move them out the way. I probably should have just kept doing that and it would have been safe. But I fought them back. They're probably going to get shot to pieces now. Moved in another motorized rifles here. 6-pounder is moving out into the open. I'm not sure why I did that. I'm not quite sure why I did that. Yeah, I think I just wanted to cover anything that's coming in this direction, maybe, or it might have been a misclick. Focke-Wulf is probably going to be coming in to take that out. Yes, it's going to obliterate that 6-pounder. I think I dropped the ball legs. I should have replaced that as soon as I could. I'm not sure if I do. Oh, 17-pounders coming through now. Bringing that round to the back. I want to deal with this Stug M43. He's got more units coming through. Panzer Grenadiers. He's moving them across the open. I've lost my sniper now. And the machine gun here. Just got one machine gun left. Typhoon getting mashed up by the Gepards. There's no A in the south, so I should really have been focusing there instead. But still at 1311 on balance, it's not too bad. But we are into phase B now where he's got the large income, so I need to be consolidating my position. I need to be thinking, right, okay, I'm at 1311, I just need to hold the flags I've got best I can. And just don't get into a double tick. But yeah, he's starting to make his minimal advances here. Cautious, he can take his time. My tanks have been taken out. I'm bringing in another Churchill 6. I think this is a mistake here, and two more Churchill 6s and a sniper. This is probably not the best thing to do here. The mortar here, did it take out? It did manage to... Oh no, it's not taking out the packet, is there? Yeah, so he's got this area locked down, really. I should not be investing so much. Maybe just some infantry to hold in the forest, and that's all. In the centre, these tanks would fare way better down here. 17-pounder, arriving a bit too late. And he's got another half-track in the north, which is going to start pounding me as well. They are a pain to deal with, those things. In the south, I'm still got a bit of a thorn in his side. He has to deal with me at some point. I've moved through the infantry now. The tanks and the recon vehicle up in the light forest. Trying to get eyes on this Panzer III. Possibly get a Piat off on it if I can. Need to deal with this thing. If I can deal with this and keep my armour alive, I can sweep through here. I did realise this, but I was not too sure if I could get to his Panzer III. Let's see how this goes down. Let's zoom in for a change. Panzer III here. And we see some explosions in the distance. He gets eyes on my tank. The Churchill, for some reason, is not really in the... It was distracted. Gets a round off now. They do have a fast rate of fire. He just... Ooh. Just unfortunate there. He got distracted by the Pioneers. I should have turned off the HE machine guns and just targeted the tank, and I probably would have got it then. But yeah, it's very unfortunate because now I'm kind of stuck here. I can't push any further, cause any more havoc. Bringing in a mortar to help out in this area. Throw up some support. The centre needs to be reinforcing more. In the north, he's creeping forward, and look at the forces. Unbelievable. So many points invested up here. If there's a mistake on his part, this is it. There's over-investment, I would say. Two guerrilla coming through now. Just wanting to deal with these machine guns. I had a bit of tunnel vision here, I think. I think I was focused mostly in this area. Yeah, I brought a sniper around here just to get eyes on any sneak arounds. Another tri-Polston here, cover the air. Now I've spotted this, I'm bringing in a rifles Piat. Try and get into these two forests. Cover these flags. I've kind of given up on this area now. I just want to hold it with some units. I didn't know we had this much invested. I did see a lot of things moving around, but that's a huge investment. Sniper taken out. Churchill 6 taken out. Panzer IV. F1. These are the HE ones. They've not got the best frontal armor, just 50. Yeah, heat. Decent heat. Nice HE. But the Churchill 6s can deal with them. laying down some mortar fire onto Panzer Grenadiers in the open. I just don't want them to get into this forest. I want to hold these 2 flags for as long as I possibly can throughout B. I am now being ticked down. I got less tickets than him. We are halfway through B phase. And I'm investing, yeah, these are a bit of a panic buy. Investing 2 Churchill 6s, a Churchill 4, AEC coming through as well, and a couple of rifle Piats. Rifle Piats make sense. The Piat does. I do manage to get the Panzer 3 here. And do I manage to get the SDKFZ? Or do I get obliterated? We will soon find out. And we will see now. Is he going to get him? A miss from the Piat. Yeah, it was quite stressed out here, so it's probably like a 50-50 chance. So he's on 1 star. And another one. Another miss. Far too stressed out there. A leader in here would have been a pretty good idea. Yeah, I start pounding where I can see units now over in this direction. I decide to start pushing in and try and take out this flag. Now I've got this as well. But it's still not looking good for me. Yeah, in the north, very bleak. Yeah, one of the Piats does die. Not sure how that died. But I do manage to sneak one in here and get this flag. I bring out Churchill 4 into this area, hoping to just snipe any armour that might be in this area. But it's a Churchill 6, it doesn't have the best penetration at all. Yeah, just 90mm pen, but it's got a little bit better armour. Stug 43 still got 8 rounds. Oh, he's been, actually, yeah, he's been supplied. Yeah, he's basically got this entire area now. I'm going to lose his flag anytime now. That will put me at a double tick. I decided to bring in the off map. I was a bit split between going for the middle and going for here, and so I kind of went in between both of them. This is the problem with the 15th Infantry. You need to sort of be a step ahead in your planning. Because this I need on the field now, so I should have brought it in earlier. Probably should have brought this in phase A and just kept it lingering around for use. I do have a leader in now. Yeah, my rifles leaders were in B, and I've got the artillery leaders in A, I believe. Yeah, that's why there's one here. But flag's not looking great. He is pushing in north. Sauce trooping with Beretta, they're going to mash up the rifles. Yeah, these are about the same points, aren't they? Yeah, same cost, but these will decimate rifles because they've got the Molotovs. Let's see if they do any damage, these. Probably not. Probably just get obliterated. Yep, Molotovs are just too powerful. Beretta's too powerful. Churchill 4 did get eyes there, managed to take a man down. I've got the Stuart Recce. I do like these things. Dish out a lot of damage. They're quite short range, but it's a nice support vehicle. When you don't have that much in the way of light machine guns and long range fighting in this division, these are good little support units. They are a bit pricey though, I have to admit. 25 points for a mobile machine gun, but it's a pretty solid machine gun. It's better than buying in, what are they called? What are they called? The Vickers. Even though the Vickers has better range, it's like 1,000 meters. This, I just feel it's a bit sturdier. Anyway, in the centre, I've come to a halt here. I did reinforce with 2 Piats, but I just sat there doing nothing at the moment. Churchill 6, I was just trying to cover this road, cut off any reinforcements. He's got his flag back, cleared out this scattering of infantry here, so I'm very light in the south again now. I move this guy forward again. Oh, where's the other one? That's where it went down. I'm assuming it must have been the Panzer 3 that got this earlier. And he's pinging on my Vickers. Yeah, he's not got a substantial amount of troops in here, but they are stronger than mine. Panzer Grenadiers much better than rifles Piat. But I know if I can get in close in amongst them, then I can do some damage due to the Brens. In hindsight, I should have probably just ran all these into the forest as soon as I could. Another Churchill 6 in here. Not doing a lot at the moment. Looks like he's just decided to protect this flag, not push any further in this area, and he's just focusing on the north, which makes sense. He's still putting troops in here. This is proper overkill. He is starting to make advances into this forest now, which is the right move. Oh, my the 17 pounder here did take out a half track or two. That was all it did, unfortunately, because I was trying to get to this, but it didn't get there in time. The Piats in the back here, just there to hold on the flag. These guys are going to be taken out soon. I'm at the 15-9 now, but we're just entering into C phase, so it's not looking completely terrible for me at the moment. I do have the potential to turn this around. The amount of units he has in the north is unbelievable. He's wanting to clear out this part of the forest. I say this is a big mistake. This Churchill, for some reason, is still holding on here in the north. I'll borrow some Piats here. I kind of stopped now. I've kind of given up on this part. There's a Churchill 5 here. He's got no vision. Rather silly of me. Should have probably bored him out round here. Oh, there's one there already there. But armor is kind of useless if you can't see anything, and this is the problem over here. I need some recon in here, and I do have plenty of recon units. So it's a definite error there for me. I decide to flooding some rifles in this area, dropping the off map. I think this is the first barrage I'm laying down. I wasn't sure. I knew there was something here, obviously, but I wasn't sure how much. And the Werframen is now out, and he is targeting me in the town, so it's kind of... He's going to hit me here, I'm going to hit him here. The Werframen are much more deadly, I would say. Do I spot this in time? I do. Only get to fall back one of them. Oh, that's all he's firing there. So it's not too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Off-map pinning these guys down. Moving out the rifles Piat now. Hopefully take out the Berettas. The Beretta range. I don't really want to get 150 meters of these things, or they will just decimate. Vickers getting taken out by half-track. In the south, I am still probing a little bit here. Or is that him probing? No, it is me. Churchill 4 popping its head out. Churchill 6, sorry. Panzer 3's back on the road again. That can do some serious damage to me. But Churchill 6, nice HE support from these things. Well, not nice, but better than Churchill 4, which has none whatsoever, which is ridiculous in my opinion. But Piats holding these flags here are being taken out by the guerrillas, which I was annoyed about. I brought out 17 pounder here to try and deal with those. And I also brought out some super heavy artillery. Probably, again, not the best option. I got this on a counter battery as well, so it is firing at the Werframen, which has moved. So, pretty bad there. I would have been better just pounding this area, this crossroads probably. He's finally taken out the Churchill in the north. And I bring up the Churchill 7. And yeah, I was a bit puzzled as to why the Pak 40 was... Yeah, because the Pak 40 got 150mm frontal armor. The Pak 40 is going to struggle at range, but it was this baby that took me down, I think. I bring in a Typhoon for the Grilla. It got messed up. Again, mistake here bringing this in. I'm already trying to deal with it with this. I should have just brought in another 17 pounder probably. Unloaded it around here. But yeah, the north is looking like embarrassing, let's be honest. Looking very bad for me. The amount of units he's invested, all he needs to do now is move these south and he's won the game, really. Yeah, this is getting to the point now where I'm like, I'm going to surrender soon, I think. It's not looking good. But I do have some off-maps left in me. I've managed to get back in here, get to this flag. Moving the rifles over into the open here. But there's Sostrup and Beretta in this forest. To make light work of me. I'm not moving up my leader in time. He's finally broken through this area. I managed to get the first guerrilla with the 17 pounder. And now I'm starting to fire in this area at the crossroads, try and take out these two units. So at some point in the future, if I manage to claw my way back, I can start coming down this road. As is, it's looking bad, and this is looking terrible here. This is where I needed to have this area reinforced as well, but I've not got that done. Werframen firing on my Churchill on the half-track, takes out the half-track, takes out the Churchill, nearly takes out Rifles Piat. That's kind of the nail in the coffin for me. But I've snuck a Churchill 4 all the way around here, but I think it's too little too late at this point. If I'd managed to keep them alive and move through here, could have been better for me. I do make a last ditch attempt, I believe, pushing through here using my Churchill. And I might have one more load left on this thing. Yeah, so I felt like I threw this game, to be honest, because I felt like even though he pushed me through here, I ticked him down quite a lot, and by it got to phase C, I thought, I'm doing alright. I think I probably got too overconfident. Then I started bringing in a heavy artillery piece, and I didn't even use it well enough, to be honest. I had it on counter battery for too long doing nothing. So definite mistake for me there. Yeah, well played by my opponent anyway. Fuckwolf coming in. Does he manage to take out the... Oh, he's taking out the rifle, so I lose eyes now. The tank comes through. Can't see much. In the south, he's looking to just clear out these last few units. My Churchill 4 is getting round the back. I'm hoping to put it onto this road here just to cover it, get this flag, which I have done. Rifles Piat, say close quarter combat, they're going to do better than any Panzer Grenadier with MGs, because they can fire under 100 meters. And double Piat, I mean double Bren, it's decent as well. So I have 1.8 damage, whereas these things, where's one? These things at 500 meters go 1.7. But with these two, if you're at 100 meters, then it's like 0.7, so it does make a difference. Now at this range, they're going to lose out for sure. The MG34s will pin me very, very, very quickly, whereas the Brents do not do that. So I just need to pop him back there, just sit him back and leave him, and it would have been pretty hard to get out of there. After it gets taken out by the Panzer 4, Churchill 4 is going to face off against him soon. It's 18-6 now, 1 minute 40. I think I call it a day very soon. Now I bring in the recon so I can see what's killed me. And that's that. Yeah, major defeat, and it was. Yeah, there's a huge points difference there. But I did feel like it. If we do look back at it, so he has decimated me at the start here a lot. Took out a lot of units all throughout this point of the game. Look at all the kills he's getting. That's ridiculous. Oh, filthy, filthy. Yeah, but I was. Yeah, it was round about. Yeah, once we hit C phase, and I noticed it hit C. It's round about this area. I was like, I'm feeling a little bit too confident, obviously. But then I did start making some decent trades. Was trading fairly well, but then it starts going downhill. I just felt like I called in the wrong units, even at points. Yeah, because I was down so many points, but it wouldn't have mattered the longer the game went on due to the income. But I heard Attack Power Gaming say the same thing. He's like, oh yeah, and he's been playing, because he likes to play balance. He's like, oh, I'm doing so well, and it all falls apart in B phase, which is what happened to me there. But yeah, I do get what's the word? I do get flustered quite easily in this game sometimes. There's a rare game where I actually keep myself together and just go, it's okay, don't worry, just muscle through, you'll be okay. But yeah, I think that's why many people get frustrated with this game as well, because yeah, it can you can get like stressed out. It's kind of funny. But it's when the most annoying thing is like when you click in orders and it doesn't work sometimes. But that's due to bad connections and things. It does occasionally happen. It's on the laptop. It was a freaking nightmare. I was so, ugh, yeah, I was so enraged by some games I played on the laptop because the connection was poor and everything. The laptop, you click an order, then it didn't look like it had done the order, so you do the order again, but it would give the order to a different unit you clicked on before, and yeah, extremely frustrating. It's super smooth on this. Yeah, so my mistakes in this game, yeah, good thing to do, like when you, even if you're, experienced player like I am, you always want to look back at the games you've played. This is why I'm doing the cast of this game, because I wanted to look at what I did, because I was annoyed at myself in this game. I felt like I threw it. I did say to my opponent I thought I'd thrown it. But I think I played this player a few times. Yeah, their ranking is reasonably high. Not that I can tell you that much about it. And win rates, yeah. But yeah, I think I've come across this play before. They tend to beat me more than I beat them. Maybe like 4-to-1 ratio roughly, from what I can recall. But it's hard to say. The Chinese names. Yeah, I recognise the pink hair face thing. Anyway, yeah, I'd say my biggest faults here were the airplay. Bringing in one Typhoon, I think that was reasonable enough, because I think that's okay. You can get away with that, even though people say don't invest, and it is an expensive plane. But I need something to hit in the forests. I probably should have brought out mortars a bit more early, and more Churchills in the centre. Just peppered the forest with more units, more Piats and things. Yeah, it's more like down like the centre road, where I had the two, yeah, just right or just below where I had the two machine guns at the start and a sniper. I should have probably peppered that with some more infantry so we can get some eyes, some more recon, a couple more AT guns. I could have done much more work then. Well, anyway, you live and you learn, as you say. I mean, this is ridiculous. The amount of kills this got. Yeah, this was fatal error by me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of armor taken out. Although the Churchills are relatively cheap for medium tanks, still, that's not good. The Churchill 7 is actually 85 points. So it's not good. This shouldn't have happened. I was just feeding this thing. You know, it takes a quite easy hit on this thing and it's dead, it's done for. And I had 17 pounders. Yeah, fatal error. Actually, let's look at my let's have a quick look at rifles. Did the rifles get any kills? Yeah, got some Pioneers. They got some Sosstruppen. God knows how they did that. Yeah, it's just standard rifles. Didn't do much. Yeah, rifles Piat do more work in general. They're fairly decent unit, I would say. Rifles Piat. Yeah, the AT might not be amazing. It's a bit hit and miss, literally. About 50-60% with 1 star when it gets a bit stressed. But yeah, for the range you get on the AT weapon, then yeah, I'd say it's okay. Double LMGs. I think it's a reasonable price. The AEC, I double vetted these to try and use them more efficiently at the start of the game, but don't think they did much. Is that for a Cowpat then? What a funny name. Anyway, that's that. That's how to get beat with 15 infantry. Hopefully one day I'll be able to show you a game where I don't get beat with it. Alright, goodbye for now.